I can't see anything. Hello, my foxlings. If you're new here, welcome to the forest, and if you're not new here, welcome anyways. I wanted to start the new year off with something kind of simple by rounding up every single one of the characters that I published and talking to you about them. I got this book for my birthday by one of my best friends, and I thought I want to fill it with something that makes me happy. I have a notorious habit of getting journals and sketchbooks and not filling them, like not touching them, but I wanted to do something a little different, so I put every single one of my characters that I posted in this book and with a short little description. So let's get started. Number 1, Nyx. Her name is Nyx Darkstar, and she's also known as Assassin Darkstar. Does that sound familiar? It was my first profile name for this channel, but I decided to change it because I didn't really resonate with it. And she is from the Cosmos Guild. She is an assassin of stars and shadows. An assassin who was orphaned as a child, then taken in by the guild. Made into an assassin as a child, and the missions and training hardened her heart. She only has one friend, but she disappeared mysteriously one day. She wishes to see the surface since the guild rests above the stars. I've only hung out with her one time, and it was, I think October or something. I don't remember when, but I just remember it being a really long time ago, and there being a lot of layers, and being really hot. So I will probably hang out with her again at some point. I don't know when. I need to finish writing her story, and I have a good idea of what I want it to be, but nothing yet. Number 2, Melantha. Her name is Melantha, and she's the spirit of Halloween. She resides in Roseburg Manor and Sespivra. She is a spirit of mystery and mischief. She's a spirit bound to an abandoned manor. Playful and spooky, she loves to scare intruders. She comes alive during the autumn, and Halloween is when her power is strongest. Her power over shadows and light allow her to play tricks on humans and other spirits alike. Although she's a spirit, she loves the smell of candy, even though she can't eat it. I've hung out with her twice. The first time was the day before Halloween, the night before Halloween, because I saw a really pretty headband while shopping, and I wanted to get it because it was on clearance. And so I did, and I liked her first design, but it needed something more, because just black and white wasn't really Halloween-y. So I hung out with her the second time, and I added, a striped glove that was actually a sock, but I never wore the sock, so I made it into a glove. And I added, purple and orange to her eyeshadow, and I added more, spider webs. And I really like her new, design. But it doesn't quite click yet. So I have some ideas on how I want to fix it. On how I want to change it, but it's mostly the same. She has white hair with streaks of orange and purple, and with orange magic, because it's magic over, light, but not good light, just, light and shadows. I'm gonna try to elaborate on her story. She does have a story, actually. It's really interesting. I thought of it randomly one day. Number 3, Jingle. Her name is Jingle Giftbringer, and she is the spirit of Christmas. She lives in Christmastown and also Sespivra. She is a spirit of joy and mirth. She is a spirit who comes alive in the winter, and she loves the joy that Christmas brings. She is joyful all the time, bringing a smile to everyone around her. She sleeps during the year, but the cold brings her to life. Her powers are strongest during Christmas Eve and Christmas, so her gift of joy can help more people. I've hung out with Jingle twice, and I like both of her designs. I like the new one because it has more gold, and I think I incorporated more green and red, which is perfect for Christmas. And that her and Melantha are sisters. They're not actually sisters, but because Christmas and Halloween are almost right next to each other, I have it where Melantha is the one who wakes Jingle up when it's December 1st. Which I did show on a video that I posted on December 1st, whereas someone forgot to wake me up, and she was talking to Melantha. But I really like Jingle's design. I like the horns, but I kind of want to do something different. I might change it each year. I don't know. But I really like her design, and she's really fun. Number 4, Aneira. Her name is Aneira Sharpwind, and she's an ice spirit and also a wind spirit. She lives in the Aneira Mountains and Sespivra. She's a snow spirit bound to an eternal snowy mountain. She's playful and silly, using her power over wind and snow to play pranks on mortals. She finds a strange joy in the sound people make when snow falls on the top of their head. Though she is bound to the top of the mountain, the village at the base of the mountain knows her existence and go to her when their village is in danger. She is also called the Owl of the Mountain, and she will sometimes guide travelers to the top of the mountain when they are in danger. I have hung out with Aneira 4 times, actually, which is probably one of the most times, but only 2 of them were for filming. The first time I hung out with her, it was really dark, it was really cold. I think I did it in October. I'm trying to, wait. No, it was December. I did hang out with her in December for the first time. And she's really fun, she's really silly, and I like the changes that I made now with giving her little wings in her hair, which I have right here. They're made of like foam. I'm really proud of myself. I made these. But I'm really proud of the changes that I made, and by making her story a little bit more than just, oh, she's a wind spirit, oh, she's a snow spirit. And I wanted to give her something a little more by calling her the Owl of the Mountain, by giving her those wings. And in her character banner, you can see it, she actually has multiple wings. And so she has wings in her hair and wings on her back, and I was gonna dress up with her and give her wings on her back, but the wings I have, they weren't really working. So her owl, she actually has an owl form, and that owl has 4 wings, which I think is really cool, and I might try to elaborate on her story. I might do an entire video of all of my spirits and their stories. Not anytime soon. I still need to finish writing it, but I love Aneira. One of the commenters on one of my videos said that she's now going to be one of their favorites, which makes me really happy because she's really fun, and she's one of the first few that I created for the channel. And so she's very close in my heart, and I always think of her whenever I see snow or whenever I'm really cold. Number 5. Diyasia. Her name is Diyasia, and she is the sunset. She lives in Elornawen. She is a goddess of sky and sun, the personification of a sunset. Residing in the sky, she appears only when summoned or during a clear sky during a sunset. She's kind, sweet, and gentle. Her power over sunlight allows her to bring a small amount of light to mortals who need her help. Her light is so beautiful that mortals can only see her for a second before needing to look away. I hung out with her once, like December, I think last year or the year before. I'm trying to remember when. It might have been last year. And I really like her design. It's really soft. It's pastels, pinks, purples, blues, golds, oranges. You know, colors of a sunset. Or it might be a sunrise. It's supposed to be a sunset, but I really like her design. The only change that I would make is I want to give her pink hair. Like, I just thought of it. I'm like, Diyasia with pink hair. I like it. So, that might be a change that I'll make. But other than that, I really like her design, and I really like how she looks, and I really like her character. She doesn't really have a story because she's just the sunset, but she does have a sister. That one I know for sure. And I really like her. She's really fun. She's really sweet. She's really ethereal. She's a really big comfort character for me because I always take a picture of the sunset. I joke to my parents that I am a slave to the sky because I will always take a picture of the sky when it's really pretty. So she's a really big comfort character for me because she's so sweet, she's so nice, she's so soft. I need to hang out with her again. Number 6, Asteria. Her name is Asteria, and she is the Watcher Star. She lives in Elornawen and also Estelonova Cathedral. She's a watcher of stars and the night. She's a protector of the stars and night sky. She's the keeper of stars and constellations. Her kind heart and soft smile brings comfort to anyone who crosses her path. She brings comfort and protection to anyone who looks to the sky for comfort. Though she was born human, she sent to the stars at death's door. I love Asteria so freaking much. I've hung out with her twice. Yes, twice. And I like her design, but I'm not quite content with where it's at right now. So I have an idea on how I want her to look, but I love her so much. When I was younger and I couldn't sleep, I would open my window and look up at the night sky and look up at the stars. And so she is a big comfort character for me, like a lot of my characters. But I love her, and I love her color palette. Purple is starting to become one of my favorite colors. So I'm so happy to see a character that's completely covered in purple, including the stars on her face. And she also has purple eyes. Originally, she was supposed to be like an elf, like an elf girl from a village that, like, she was hunted down by humans and made into a watcher star. That is no longer the case. So now instead of having pointy ears, she has round ears, and instead of having dark brown hair, she has black hair. I've been thinking of a story for Asteria for a long time and trying to think of songs that resonate with her, and the only one that truly resonates with her to me is Notre Dame by Paris Paloma. And I don't want to spoil too much of her story, but I just want to tell you guys that I have a really awesome story for her, and that she has 2 forms, and that she might have 2 different storylines. She's also a type of character that I have established and that I want to tell y'all, but I'm not gonna tell y'all because I want it to be a surprise. But if you have watched my videos and have read carefully, you're gonna connect the dots. So, she's actually connected to a few characters that I've established already, but I'm not gonna tell you because it's gonna be fun. Number 7, the SongWalker. Her name, I'm not going to tell you. It's a surprise. But she is known as the SongWalker, and she is also known as the Bard of the Weaver. She has no associations because she travels from world to world using her song. She's a bard of maps and music. She's a bard that travels world with her music, though sometimes her handler sends her to that world without her permission. A cartographer by trade, she makes maps of all of the worlds she's been to. She's a protector of the magic of music. The talisman on her hip is what allows her to songwalk. Without it, she has no magic. I really like her story. I like a lot of the stories. I'm going to say this a lot. I should start a counter of how many times I like, anyways. I really like her story, and she is one of the few characters that I made me. So, she looks like me. She has my hair color. She has my eye color. She has my sense of humor. She wears all green because I also like green. If you can't tell, I'm wearing a green dress, and I love green. And I really like her story because there's a sense of, like, mystery behind who her handler is and how her magic works. I made her a cartographer, which is a map maker. So I really like her story, and her name is actually a nickname of my name, but I'm not going to tell you what it is until I'm comfortable telling everyone my name. But this is the SongWalker, and I really like her. Fun detail I almost didn't share, I wrote down all of this numbered. She's number 7. My favorite number is 7, and I just realized that, and that's really funny, and I wanted to share. Number 8, Mauvia. Her name is Mauvia, and she's the queen of the Midnight Forest. She resides in the Midnight Forest and another unnamed forest that I'm not going to tell you now. She is a fae of night and light. She's a wingless fairy that is queen of the Midnight Forest. In a land of eternal night, she uses her power over light to brighten the life there. With her magic, the inhabitants, fae, plant, and animal, glow in the dark. Though she is kind and benevolent, she will not hesitate to protect her people from hunters. She's the head of the Luma Lunanescence. Mauvia is one of my all-time favorites. I've hung out with her twice, and her new design is awesome. I've never felt prettier in a cosplay than I did with Mauvia. Her makeup is really cool because it's like purple and blue, which are some of my favorite colors. I have a lot of favorite colors. I'm sorry guys, don't even try to guess, I have a lot. But I love her design because her name derives from the word mauve, which is a shade of purple. So she's completely purple except for some colors like gold and silver and light blues and some greens. And something cool about Mauvia that I love is that she actually has 2 different colors for her powers. She has purple and she has blue. And I did a video that I haven't posted yet. I don't think I posted it yet. That's of Mauvia, and you can see her changing between her powers, between her 2 powers, between blue and purple. And it's really cool because I gave her a really, like, tragic origin story that I really want to tell you, but I can't yet. Because I want to introduce other characters before I give her origin story. But she's really cool, and I really like her, and she's, like, one of my favorites. I have a lot of favorites. And her makeup is really cool because of the tears and her necklace. They glow in the dark. Not in real life, but, like, in her story they do. and it was really hard to edit it to make it look like it glows in the dark, but a lot of parts on her glow in the dark, like her crown, the white tears, her necklace, a lot glow in the dark, and that's a really cool aspect that I love, is stuff glowing in the dark. I love Mauvia so much. She is my beloved. I love her. I take that back. This next one is my beloved. I love her more. Number 9, Dahlia. Her name is Dahlia Verdivine, and she's the half-fae princess. She lives in the woodlands, also known as the Forest Kingdom. She's a princess of vines and magic. A forest princess of the woodlands. Although she's a human among fae, they love her. A princess chosen by her people, she learned of their cultures and magic since she was an infant. Due to the tensions between human folk and magic folk, she serves as a bridge between the two, hoping to unite both realms. With her power over plants, she is able to create physical barriers to help protect her people. I love Dahlia so much, you have no idea. The dress I'm wearing right now, I got so that I could give Dahlia this dress. Dahlia, along with the SongWalker, are some of the characters, I think the only two, that I gave my appearance almost directly. Dahlia has my hair, she has my eye color, she has my sense of humor, and she has my sense of trying to make friends, even if the friends don't really like her back. But other than that, I love Dahlia so much. I've been thinking of really cool videos to do with her because I've only hung out with her once and she needs an update. But I love her so much. I actually did a video that I made private so that I could listen to it with the two sides of the human and the fae side, and I love it so much. She is mostly seen with Soliel, except for one video where she's alone, and I meant to do my voice over it going, "My name is Dahlia Verdivine," but guess what? I forgot. So that didn't happen. So that's how her last name is pronounced, Verdivine, even though there's no E. Her name literally means green vine, so Verdivine. I love Dahlia, and I love her character, and I love her story. Even though she is fully human, she has magic, which is rare in some of these worlds where humans don't have magic. They're either born with magic and they're mages, witches, or wizards, or they were born without magic and don't have magic, or they were born without magic and were blessed by some deity or by something. Number 10, Soliel. Her name is Soliel de Luna. She's Princess of the Sundrop and also the Princess of the Sundrop Sands, or the Golden Kingdom. She's a princess of sun and sand. She's the adopted daughter of the de Luna royal family. She was raised in the sands, and she grew accustomed to the hatred towards the fae and their magic. But one day, after her kingdom is left in flames, she stumbles upon a sacred power, a drop from the sun. With her new power, she uses it to protect her kingdom against danger. Her hatred towards the fae remain, but one princess is slowly changing that. If you can't guess what princess it is, I'm a little bit disappointed. But I love Soliel. I hung out with her twice, and I like the first look, and I also like the second look. Both looks are canon. I'm planning on giving her a third look, which is also canon, but it also might not be. For some reason, I've been listening to a lot of, random music, and one song that for some reason is really resonating with her is Brighter from Has Been Hotel, a show I haven't watched, but I've listened to, half of the soundtrack. But for some reason that's resonating with her a lot, and I want to give her a villain arc. I shouldn't give her a villain arc, but I want to give her a villain arc. So, her and Dahlia are two of my favorite princesses, and they're also two, princess characters that rule their own kingdom, which I love. I love them both. These are two of my favorites, but only when they're together. I still love Dahlia and I still love Soliel on their own, but they have such a fun dynamic. They're, best friends, borderlining sisters, where they'll fight over what's for dinner. They'll be like, "I want grilled cheese, I want chicken nugget," something like that. They will start arguing, but then they'll settle, and it's really funny. Okay, number 11, Tal-Vetris. Her name is Tal-Vetris, or Tal-Vetra, depending on if you're doing her ancient name or the more modernized name. She is known as the Red Lightning and the Last Storm Protector. She lives in Elornawen and something called Protected Territory. She's a protector of storms and lightning. She's an immortal being born of red storms. Since her creation, she was surrounded by other protectors. Since their disappearance, she's the last known protector. She protects her territory and storms fiercely, not hesitating to strike down invaders. The lightning scar over her eye is a symbol and proof of her place as protector. I love Tal-Vetris. I say this for every single one of my characters, which is true. I love all of them. Mostly. But I found something really cool. I love storms, like, weirdly. Like, they help me fall asleep. It's really weird. But I also love seeing, like, anomalies in storms. So there actually is such thing as red lightning. It's like an anomaly. It's really cool. So I decided, hey, what if I made a character? Originally, she was supposed to have completely red hair, but the one red wig I have is kind of bad. I cut it myself, and so you can tell it's really bad. But I like her design, and I want to give her a little bit more of an armored look since she is a protector. So I do have armor that I might give her at some point, just not yet. But I really like her design, and I really like her character, and she has a tragic backstory. Because she is one of the youngest protectors, one of, hint hint, if y'all can guess what I'm trying to hint at, leave it in the comments, please. I want to see if I'm leaving enough hints that you guys can guess. Anyways, so she is a protector, which I might make a better name for it, but I like it. But I really love her story, even though it's really tragic, but she does have two different stories, one of the past and one in the present/future. So that's really cool. Okay, so the next three characters I'm not going to elaborate on, only because they are a part of a book that I'm writing, and I want you to discover who they are while I reveal it. Number 12, Solanine. Her name is Solanine Valeska, and she's also known as the Empress. She lives in Orlacia. She's a daughter of flame and blood. Number 13, Idahlia. Her name is Idahlia Valeska. She's Princess of Orlacia. She lives in Orlacia. She's a princess of war and serpents. Number 14, Chyverys. Her name is Chyverys. Duh. She's also known as the Void. She lives in Orlacia, but also another realm called the Void. She's a being of void, the voice of the void, and death itself. She is an immortal leviathan-like creature of death and void. All three of these characters are from a book series that I'm writing with 3 acts. And originally, Chyverys wasn't supposed to be canon in that storyline, but I changed her design so much to be from, like, a being with no, like, physical being, only voice, to being with no eyes, to being with many eyes, to being with, like, a story. All of the characters are these 3 characters are very complicated, and I can't describe them, especially Chyverys, because she doesn't know what she is. I don't know what she is, and I wrote her. I really like them. Well, one of them I don't like, but for a good reason. So out of these 3 characters, one of them is a villain. Like, she has a villain arc. So, I'm not going to elaborate. If you want me to show you more of them, I will. But there are other characters I want to show first, but Solanine is one of my favorites. She's a big comfort character. She's been growing so much over the past few years. Like, I did a video where I showed when I first created her, and then when I first showed her on screen. And I really like her. I love her so much. Anyways, 15. She who controls the storm. Her name is River Storm, and she's a bard of storms. So she would know the SongWalker. She's a bard of song and storm. A bard who can control storms with her song. She found her place at a village, but she frequently has to protect the village from the corrupted monarchy. She is kind, but sick and tired of soldiers invading her home. She can play many instruments, but prefers the flute. I came up with this character after 2, maybe 3 times when I was practicing my flute, because I play the flute, and I was practicing, and then it started raining, and then it started thundering, and it started lightninging, and it was like, ooh, character design, and it was really funny, that I'm just like, hey, what if this happened, and I like her design, kind of. I want to adjust it a little bit, but I like her character so far. And the video that I did with her, you can't hear it that well, but I actually was playing. I was playing The Tempest, which I thought was really fitting because I still have the music from when I played it in 5th grade. And I like the song because it's called Tempest and she can control storms. So I really like her character, and I like that she plays the flute because I can play the flute. I want to change her up a little because I like her design, but she looks a little bit too much like the SongWalker. Which isn't bad, because I like the SongWalker's design, but I want to change it just a little bit, because I like the blues, I like how it looks, I like the flowers, I like how it looks. I just said I like how it looks like 14 million times. But she needs a little bit of an update to make it look more, I don't know, whimsical. Number 16, Naphina. Her name is Naphina Gilded Scale. She's a golden dragon. She lives in the Golden Sands. She's a dragon of water and wealth. She's a powerful ancient dragon of the Golden Sands. She founded the kingdom, but after time, the mortals have forgotten her. She loses her temper as fast as a sandstorm forming. She tends to use her magic to blow up buildings inhabited by those that upset her. Unless she is upset, she is calm and kind. Her life is the life source of the Golden Sands and the oasis in it, which is where the kingdom resides. I like Naphina. One of my friends actually helped name her because this is going to sound really sad. Naphina originally wasn't a character. I was trying to do my makeup look for another character that has a very similar color palette, but then I messed up my makeup and I accidentally put the color underneath the eye, which I didn't really like how it looked at first, and I went, wait, this is kind of giving like Egyptian. And I went, ooh, Egyptian dragon. And then yeah. So I like her design. I want to make her a little bit more gold. I want to add more gold accents. I want to add more gold accessories. I want to make it look like she like robbed a jewelry store with so much jewelry. So I really like her design. I want to make her storyline a little bit different, and I want to connect her to another character somehow. But yeah. I got a question on her in one of my videos where it's like, hey, was she the one that blessed Soliel? She wasn't. It was a different goddess that did, but I love that question because I like it when people connect dots. But unfortunately, she is not the one that blessed Soliel, but they both live in the desert, and they both live in places of sun and sand, and in a golden kingdom. So maybe she lives in the kingdom that Naphina founded. Number 17, Abbygayle. Spelled Abbygayle. Anyways, her name is Abbygayle Goldenheart. She's the keeper of stories and fables. She's a librarian of magic and stories. A wild fae chosen to protect the stories of the land. Once an outcast in her village due to her strange markings and horns, she dreamed of a library and the forest listened. Though once a large tree, it now stands as a library of all of the world's stories and fables, though not all of them are fiction. I created her because when I was younger, I wanted to be a librarian. Very strange. Oh, I really like her character because she has a little fragment of me, of feeling a little outcasted, because, you know, around here, being a weirdo is a good thing. It's being unique. But, like, in public school, being a weirdo is not a good thing. So, yeah, I love her. She's one of the few wild fae that I make. There's a whole, like, tier list of what makes a fae wild that I'm gonna try to finish it and try to release it at some point and talk about it. But, yeah, that's Abbygayle. I love her a lot. Number 18, Rose. Her name is Rose, and she's known as the Rose Pink Foxling. She lives in the Imaginary Forest. She's a fairy of devotion and faith. She's the first foxling to devote herself to the Fox Queen. Although hunters took her wings as a child, her magic remains strong. Her devotion to her queen never falters, not even when other fairies made fun of her for being so devoted. Rose and the next character, if I remember correctly, yes, are from a short story that I tried to make and then never finished. So I need to redo that. It was called The Garden of Foxes. And I really like the story because it was supposed to be where the name that I gave you guys comes from, but I never finished it. So, if you actually watch this video, like, say something in the comments or leave a comment on one of Rose or Elornawen's videos saying something about the Garden of Foxes, and then I will know that people actually watch my long form videos. But yeah, I love Rose. She actually has pink hair, but because I don't have a pink wig or pink hair, she has brown. But she's really cute. She's really funny. And she also has a tragic origin story, but it's slightly different. I actually thought of a really cool way to have her be devoted to two queens. One fairy, one fae. Which there is a difference. So that's Rose. Fun fact about Rose, I actually took Rose with me to the Renaissance Fair when I went over the summer, and she was really fun, although she had wings, which got in the way of everything. Number 19, Elornawen. Her name is Elornawen, and she's known as the Fox Fae Queen. She lives in the Imaginary Forest and the Garden of Foxes. She's the Queen of Sanctuary and Imagination. The first and only Queen of the Imaginary Forest. After being hunted her whole life for her magic, she wanted somewhere to be safe for her kind. After the attacks of the shadows, it was revealed that she had the power to make that possible. She created a powerful barrier that surrounds her sanctuary and protects her people. So fun fact about Elornawen, her name literally means fox tree. Her name comes from Elornawen, which means tree, and Lorna, which means fox. So Elornawen means fox tree. One of my favorite animals is a fox, so I wanted to make a character that was one of my favorite animals. That's where Elornawen came from, and I love her so much. When I first did her, she was supposed to have only black hair, because at first I was like, no, being able to see your natural hair under a wig looks weird. But then, because my hair, you can't see it that well on camera, it works really well when it's underneath the sun, but my hair does turn bright orange in the sunlight. So I thought, oh, having a reddish orange brownish underneath black would look like a fox fur. So I did that. And I liked it a lot more than I thought I would, except for the fact that the wig was super tangled. But that's not the point. I love Elornawen. She's awesome. I love her so much. She's so cool, and I'm really sad that I don't have as many videos with her. Like, I think I've only posted, like, 1 or 2, maybe 3. Most of the content I filmed with her was supposed to be that long-form video that I never posted, that I never finished. So, a lot of content was lost with her. Also, when my CapCut, like, shut down, like, but I love her, and I hope that I can hang out with her another time to film the Garden of Foxes. Number 20, Thalassia. Her name is Thalassia Deepsinger, and she is known as the Siren Princess. She lives in the Sea of Jewels and the Deep. She is a princess of waves and storms. She is a siren princess born of storms and sea. She loves teasing sailors and pirates, leading them astray with her voice. Her temper changes like the storm, and her voice can control the storm. Being born in the deep, she finds comfort in darkness. Her voice also allows her to travel realms, which is a fun thing that only sirens can do. Her scales have small dots that glow in the dark, attracting prey, be it fish or humans alike. Her name comes from the word sea, but it actually came from thalassiophobia, which means fear of the ocean, which I think is really cool for her, because she, in her full siren form, is terrifying. I made it where sirens have tails longer than what they're supposed to be. And I really like her story, although a lot of the videos I made with her were actually for another character that I've been thinking of for, like, years. But a lot of the videos I made for her actually were for another character that I've been thinking of but haven't posted. But I really like her character, and I really like her. She's really cool. And she is one of the few sirens that I have. I also don't have many ocean characters. But she's really cool, and I really like the changes I made. I have a little journal where I drew all of the characters when I first started, before I started filming, and originally she was supposed to have, like, brown hair, which I liked, but the black hair works so well, especially because in another story that I've been writing for 7 years, I made it where sirens have black hair, like, sirens only have black hair. They can maybe have dirty blonde hair, because there's a whole thing. I need to elaborate it on another time. But I really like her story, I really like her character, I really like her design. Yeah. Number 21, Lyrea. Her name's Lyrea Azucenthia. She's known as the Blue Lily of Healing. She lives on a planet called Calanthelus, which is a planet of all flowers. She is known as the Water of Lily and Healing. She is a pure flower who chose peace and healing. Although she was like everyone around her, the elders noticed her power from a young age. After time, the others around her started to notice it too. Though everyone told her not to, she protected her sister from being exiled. She, Lyrea, makes sure that she helps anyone and everyone she can every day. I like Lyrea's design a lot, though it isn't quite where I want it to be, because the mask that I made, that's supposed to cover her eyes and flowers, didn't turn out as nice as I wanted it to, and I wanted the flowers to be blue instead of white. And she also is entirely one color, except for, like skin color. But she is entirely blue, and because blue is one of my favorite colors, as I might have established earlier. I really like her design. Originally, I wasn't sure if I wanted to give her markings or eyelids with flowers. I chose both, and in the end, I'm really happy that I did, and I really like how it looks. Although the outfit I need to fix because the dress is not the best. I have better drawings of her. She is one of the few characters I think will look better in drawings than in person because of just how my art style is. But I really like her. She's really cool. She's also a big comfort character because she is of healing. And her name, if you move around the letters, Lyrea, healer. I thought about it. So I really like her character, I really like her design, I really like the story that I've established with her. She's really cool, I really like her. Number 22, Vamere. Her name is Vamere Azucenthia, and she's known as the Orange Lily of Fire. She resides in the same planet that Lyrea does. She's a pure flower that chose flame and harm. Though she was like everyone around her, the others singled her out. After time, that turned to hate, and she was almost outcasted for her flower of flame. It was her sister who protected her and made sure she stayed. The Vamere proves to others every day that she is only a threat if they make her one. Sorry. Originally, Lyrea was supposed to be an only child, and she was supposed to be, like, by herself, and Vamere almost didn't exist. She was going to be, like, a different character, a different orange lily, but I connected them, and I immediately was like, yeah, they're sisters. So, I really like her, and I wish I had a different dress for her, because I like the cross part of the red dress that I used for her, but she's supposed to be all orange. And she also has entirely orange hair. She's like Lyrea, except entirely orange, and with a braid instead of hair down. So, I haven't done a lot for Vamere, and she's only ever seen with Lyrea. The two are almost always going to be seen together, but I really like both of them, and I really like them. And fun fact about Vamere, same thing for Lyrea, if you take her name, Vamere, and switch the letters around, it's Harmer. So we got healer and Harmer. Yeah, that's cool. Number 23, Mariposa. Her name is Mariposa, and she's known as the Blue Butterfly of Midnight. She lives in the Midnight Forest, and she's a fairy of light and mischief. She's a member of the Luma Lunanescence and Queen Mauvia's closest advisor. She was originally a lonely fairy, but she quickly found a friendship with Mauvia and other members of the Luma Lunanescence. She's a playful being who likes to spook human travelers while they go through the Midnight Forest. Though many hate her for it, she actually guides them, since only fairies of midnight can traverse the forest without getting lost. I like Mariposa. I like all of my characters. I've said this a million times, but I love Mariposa. I'm trying to remember what her original design was supposed to be, but it stayed mostly the same. It stayed mostly the same throughout time. The only change that I want to make with Mariposa is I want to give her, like, a butterfly headpiece behind her head, which I drew originally, but didn't want to make that. So, I didn't. But I love Mariposa so much. She's so fun. But I also feel really bad for her because I made it where she is very playful and she does have a very unique sense of humor. She like will spook travelers by like popping up behind them and going boo. But a lot of people don't like it when she does that, and so I feel really bad for her because people don't like her, but I like her. I love her. And Mauvia loves her. Mauvia is like not quite a mom, but is kind of a mom to Mariposa. And Mariposa literally comes from the word butterfly. So, number 23, Solstice. Her name is Solstice, and she's the protector of the sun. She lives in Elornawen in a place called Protected Territory. She's the protector of sun and flame. She's an immortal being born of sunlight. She's the first generation protector. She wields flame and light with deadly grace. She witnessed firsthand the wretchedness of humans during the era of the hunting. Though she is blind, she sees what most cannot. She has a hatred for humans, and she will not tolerate foolishness. Her blind eyes are a show and place of her place as protector. So, she is the second established protector, and she was not Tal-Vetris' mentor, but she knew her mentor. So, Solstice is really cool, and I feel so bad for her. She was in my drafts for like a month before I finally posted her. I struggled originally with trying to find a name for her. I wanted it to be cool and unique, and I was like, Solstice. And that was it. But I really like her, and the dress that I wore for her, my mom actually had. It was my mom's. So I really like how personal it is and how unique she looks, and the red in her hair contrasting against the brown is really cool, although I realized both of the protectors I made have a red color palette. But, anyways, I really like Solstice. She's really cool, and her makeup is different from how I drew it, but that's also because I didn't want to do the tears from like here all, so I just made it like little specky bits, like the sun. Number 24, Violet. Her name is Violet Rider, and she is known as the first dragon rider. She lives in Dragon Ridge. She's a rider of violet flames. She's a daughter from a long line of dragon hunters. She owns a sword, passed down from generation to generation, which is embedded with the blue magic that destroys the magic of dragons, which ultimately kills them. She unexpectedly bonded with an ancient dragon while on a hunt. The dragon replaced the blue magic with a purple flame, giving Violet the title of Dragme. She's the first person in centuries to bond with a dragon, and the first ever dragon rider. Violet originally was supposed to have a blue and red color palette, but after thinking on it, I wanted to have something with more purple, so I chose purple and red, which went surprisingly well together, and I'm really happy with how her design turned out. Considering the first video was just a test run, it was just supposed to be a test on how I liked it, and I like it a lot. So I'm really happy with her character and her design, and her story. There isn't much that I wrote for her. I haven't written anything. But, I really like her connection with the dragon, and her origin story is one of the funniest things. I was in the car, listening to music, listening to Paris Paloma, because I love Paris Paloma, and Rider, or The Rider, which Paris Paloma sang, popped up, and I listened to it, and then on the line, Rise Now Rider, arise with the dawn, boom, and I'm like, oh, a dragon rider. I have the weirdest, like, origin things for characters. I'm like, oh, I just randomly thought of them in the strangest ways. But anyways, Violet's name originally was supposed to be something completely different, but then I wanted her nickname to be Violet, like a flower. But then I was talking to some of my friends on Instagram, and I was like, oh, which name should I choose? And they chose Violet, and I'm like, yeah, I like that too. But fear not, the name that I chose for her originally was not lost. Number 25, the Ancient Violet Dragon. Her name is Loianthe, and she's known as the Ancient One. She lives in Dragon Ridge and something called the Misty Jungle. She's a dragon of wind and flame. She's an ancient dragon from a time long forgone. She is the mother of the dragons and continues to mourn the ones that were hunted. She's one of the last few dragons in Dragonridge. She unexpectedly bonded with a young human woman while in the forest. She replaced the hateful blue magic with a spark of her own purple flame. She's the first dragon in centuries to bond with a human. I haven't hung out with Loianthe yet, but I did a little something with like dragon horns and a purple like shawl just to get the silhouette. I have designed Loianthe, but I don't have any of the materials that I need except for like one thing, maybe two. I really like Loianthe. Shocker. But she is really cool, and her name was supposed to be Violet's name. But then because I wanted a more human name for Violet, I chose the unique name for the dragon. Loianthe hasn't been shown in a video yet. I have filmed it. I have edited it. I have edited it, but I haven't posted it yet because I have a million drafts. But her story is so tragic. She was surrounded by dragons all the time, but then because of the dragon hunters, they were all hunted. So because of that, she is now very lonely. There are a few dragons left, but not many. They are very small, very young, not as strong as she is. She is super powerful. With dragons, the older they are, the more powerful they are. So she is ancient. So she's very powerful. But yeah, I love her so stinking much. And I cannot wait to be a dragon. Like, I cannot wait to hang out with her and dress up as her and be her. So far, I only have one dragon, which is Naphina, which is cool, but not quite what I'm looking for in a dragon. We have 25 characters that have been introduced to the forest and that I am so happy to have around, and that they all thank you for your support, even though it's not much. That is all. Thank you for watching if you made it through the entire video. If there are any characters that you want to see more of, let me know. If there's any questions that you have for my characters, please leave a comment down in the comment section, and I will do my best to answer them. Thank you so much for all the support, and I hope that this next year will be filled with more characters and more awesomeness and more magic and fun. Bye. Goodness gracious. Oh gosh, my throat hurts. But I don't know if since I created it, if it's canon or still a headcanon, that her and Jingle are sisters. Whoa, I'm talking about Jingle. Goodness gracious. Sorry, that her... Number 6, Asteria. Her name is Asteria, and she's the Watcher Star. She resides in Mauvia, Estelanova. Whoa. That was wrong. Okay. And look up at the stars. Whoa. And look, just the first line. I'm in the... What's it called? I'm in the raft... What's it called? Anyways. My body really does not want me to do this right now. But that's okay, because I like doing this. Anyways. I've been thinking... My dad called me. Okay, number 10. Soliel. Her name is Soliel de Luna. She's the princess of the Sundrop Kingdom. And she's I need help. I need a nap. Goodness gracious. It stopped recording. Oh my gosh, okay. Sorry, my dad had to bring me lunch. I was talking about her. Okay. Like, being, like, being, like, a weirdo is a good thing. Oh, hi! My cat. Meow! No, you cannot have my fry. She's trying to eat my food. No. It's mine. Excuse me. Out. Out. Come on. Thank you. But I just, because most of the comment, Writer? Whoa.